Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about what I drink before I work out. Before I run, before I swim, before I go to the gym, there is only one drink that I consume on a daily basis, and that drink is green juice. Before I get into green juice and how to make it, I want to talk about the other drinks that I used to drink. When I was a kid, back in my teenage years, I used to drink Coke. It was so awful, I know, yeah. Coke and candy, yeah, that gave me energy. It revved me up, but guess what? We all know that Coke and candy will make you crash and burn really fast. So don't make these stupid mistakes that I used to make. And then after that stuff, I moved on to energy drinks. Monster and Red Bull. But are they good for you in the long run? No, they're not. And do you know what they're made from? No, you don't. So stay away from them. They're expensive, especially Red Bull. God damn you, Red Bull. Do not drink energy drinks before you run, especially because that'll mess up your system. After that, when I got into bodybuilding and working out in the gym, I used to take pre-workout drinks, the pre-workout powder. Scoop of pre-work powder, put it in your mouth, and then swig some Gatorade or some water. Ugh. That stuff is just not good for you. Yes, it gives you energy, it gives you like a surge, but it makes your hands or it made my hands really jittery all the time. And I just didn't like that jittery feeling. And you know what? After some time, my body got used to the formulas. I would take them and then my body would adapt to the formula after a few weeks. So I wouldn't get as many jitters, I wouldn't get as much energy that I used to get from the first consumption. Your body will adapt to that stuff, but what is that stuff made from? We don't know. All those chemicals. To me, it looks like laundry detergent. And then I moved on to Gatorade, because it's like without pre-workout, maybe I would just drink Gatorade. Gatorade is not good for you either because it's loaded with sugar. And yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, Gatorade is much better than pop or energy drinks or pre-workouts. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, athletes take Gatorade and yeah, everybody around me drinks Gatorade. But the amount of sugar that's in one Gatorade is just too much. Again, yeah, just not worth it at the end of the day, okay? It was just something fun to drink. We are all attracted to the bright colors, the bright blue, bright orange, or yellow, or green. It'll cost you, and it's just not good for your body at the end of the day. Coffee is good because it's a stimulant, it gives me energy in the morning, it wakes me up, but I want something to balance the coffee, because just having coffee is okay, but I want something more filling. So you can either eat a banana, or I like to put all my fruits and vegetables into one drink and just consume it. And that is my green juice. I know what you're thinking, like, coffee is very easy to make, but green juice is just so difficult. I felt the same way too. This is where I'm going to show you how I make my own green juice at home. So let's get started. Here are all the tools you will need to start your juicing empire. First, you're gonna need a blender. I recommend picking up a Vitamix. It's the Rolls Royce of all blenders. Stay away from cheap blenders that are under 50 bucks. They will break, they will crack, they will let you down, and you're gonna have to pick up another one, and another one, and another one. So might as well go for the best. This is what all Jamba Juices, Jugo Juices, all those juicing places use. Even Starbucks, they all use blenders called the Vitamix, okay? And if you wanna know which model that I use, click the link down below to get all of these items, including this model number here. Next, you're gonna need a punch bowl made of glass and a sifter or a strainer. Why? Because you're gonna need something to strain the juice from the pulp. Next, you're gonna need a cup. You need a cup and a cup. A cup to drink and a cup to scoop your juice out of your punch bowl. Next, you're gonna need a straw. Now, this is a stainless steel straw. Now, why do I recommend stainless steel? Because plastic straws, you're gonna keep buying it, you're gonna keep throwing it out. You're gonna keep buying it, you're gonna keep throwing it out. Just get a reusable stainless steel straw. This will last you a lifetime. You just keep cleaning it and it will not break or it will not bend. It's the perfect straw to drink from every time you juice. Cleaning brush, a cleaning brush to clean the insides of your blender, to clean your strainer, to clean the punch bowl, to clean the cup, clean everything. Save time, save money. You don't need to throw all this stuff in the dishwasher. Boo, 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 really quickly with a little brush like this. A ladle to scoop the juice from the punch bowl if you want, and a ladle to press the juice down from the strainer. And then finally, a cutting board to chop and prep your vegetables and fruits. So here are all the ingredients that we will be using to separate these into categories. Think of it like this. Think of these guys as the solids. Think of these guys as the fluffies. Think of these guys as the liquids. And think of these guys as the frozens. We just need 4 categories to fill when we make our green juice. First, the solids. We need something to put at the base of our green juice. And usually I like to first add something that's choppable and I can put into cubes. So green apple, Granny Smith, half a lemon, some ginger. Ginger is really good for absorption. Cucumber at the bottom, cherry tomatoes, very underrated. A lot of people don't consider putting cherry tomatoes into their green juice. Then I like to stack it with fluffy stuff. So fluffy stuff are all the greens. So we've got spinach here, that's fresh. We've got parsley, fresh. We've got kale, that's fresh. And we've got sliced watermelon, that's fresh. So you notice that I don't have pre-washed stuff. I don't have frozen stuff. Don't buy any of that crap, okay? You don't know who's washing it. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know why it was frozen. Always go for fresh. Go to your local supermarket and pick up fresh, fresh, fresh. Next, I like to add frozen stuff. So what are some easy frozen items to add on top? Well, ice is easy. And here's another item, frozen coconut. We need something that's frozen to push down all of these other ingredients in the blender. And all this ice frozen stuff will just help mix everything much better all together, okay? It will move all of these ingredients around inside the blender much faster and much easier. And then finally, we have a liquid. You can add filtered water if you like, or you can add something like this, which is coconut water. So let's get started on prepping these items. All right, so we have our cutting board and we have a knife so we can cut up and prepare our items. So first thing I like to start with is the ginger. Ginger helps absorb everything much better in your system. Now, I always go for a knob of ginger. You can shave off the skin if you like, but at the end of the day, I don't taste the skin. I'm gonna go for a lemon. Lemon, slice it in half. Slice it in half again, the quarters, and what I do is just quarter of a lemon, add it in. Granny Smith apple, chop it in half. Chop it into quarters. So I just slice 45, lift up, pit's gone, chop in half, boom, cubes in. Grab a handful of cherry tomatoes, okay? You don't have to be precise like this is baking, okay? You can eyeball everything. It's up to you. So grab a handful of cherry tomatoes, rinse them out, really quick, drop them in. Next is cucumber, okay? So chop cucumber in half, get cucumber out of the saran wrap, okay? Give it a rinse. Quick rinse, chop it up, roughly chopped, okay? Boom. Our solid portion is finished. Now we're gonna move on to the fluffy stuff. So start with some parsley. So what I do is I just rip out a handful of parsley, all right? Give it a quick rinse, cold water, shake it out, add it to our blender. A handful of spinach, again, just rip it out. Just rip out a portion, like so. Give it a quick rinse. Instead of just chopping it, just rip it, okay? If it's too big for you, just rip it. That's the great thing about fluffy stuff is you don't need to use a knife or a cutting board. You can just rip it according to how big or small you want it to be. Take out some kale. This is enough kale for me to drink. Rip it in half, shake, add it to our blender, okay? So now our blender is getting pretty full, as you can see. Final fluffy item, some watermelon. Just add a few. Okay, the watermelon will give it a kick, nice flavoring on top. Done. I'm gonna top up with frozen stuff. So frozen stuff, like I said, you can use ice cubes. I'm gonna add some frozen coconut as well. This stuff will help move everything around much easier in your blender. Finally, we're gonna add the liquid. So the liquid, we're gonna go with coconut water. So I like to fill up the blender up to the halfway mark with liquid. Okay, so now it is at the halfway mark, the liquid. All right, so now we're ready to blend all of this together. Pop the lid on top, place your blender on top, and one hand on top of the blender for safety reasons. Turn it on. It's very important to give your blender time to chop up everything. It just can't whiz up everything in a few seconds. Just give it time to chop up each level. So it's going to chop up the solids, chop up the fluffy stuff, and then work on the frozen stuff on top. So it's working its way on the solids. Now it's slowly entering fluffy. And then you can see the frozen stuff is pushing everything down. Now the frozen stuff, you can hear the ice mixing up. This is the point where everything is all just chopped up now, so now we can increase the level. Okay, faster and faster. Pretty good. So what I do is I finish it off with just leaving it at low mode. Keep it like this for several minutes. So I call this Slurpee mode. So as you know, at a 7-Eleven, there's a Slurpee machine that just mixes everything slowly. Same thing with a blender. What I do is I just leave this at low speed and I just take care of the rest of my kitchen. So I put away vegetables and fruits, tidy up my kitchen, clean up everything else, and then I come back to this a few minutes later. So do that as you leave this on. I'm gonna pop the lid off and we're gonna pour it into our strainer and punch bowl. Okay, so what I do is just pour it. And the great thing about having a large strainer is that it can handle the entire container's worth of juice. It's draining down into the punch bowl, nice and slow. Speed it up. So that's where the ladle comes in. Ladle comes in. What I do is I just make circular motions with the ladle. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to press all the liquid through the strainer, just helping it out, just swirling around. So you can see it's doing a much better job now. Just swirl, pressing down. See? Again, lots of juice left. Okay, and then we're pretty much done. So I'm just gonna scoop this all into a bowl. And what you wanna do is you don't wanna throw this stuff into your sink. Instead, you can throw this into your compost heap. Yeah, put this to good use instead of just dumping it into your sink and clogging your drain. All you have to do now is just enjoy. So you can either cover this punch bowl with saran wrap and then place it into your fridge and just take it out and drink whenever you like. Got my cup, got my scooper, and all I do is I just scoop the juice however much I want. Now, if you don't want to use a cup, you can use a ladle. Get a stainless steel ladle if you like, the C-shaped ones that they use for soup kitchens. Okay, me, I like using a little cup. There you go, guys. Fresh, pre-workout green juice. This is what I drink before I go for a run, before I swim, before I work out in the gym. It's a much healthier alternative and it tastes awesome. It just really fills me up before I work out. So give it a try. Let me know down in the comments if you green juice, and I have a special offer for you right now. It's called The Vault. The Vault is a private membership area filled with online courses that teaches you how to get fit. So if you want to get ripped, if you want to get in shape this summer, The Vault is where you should start, okay? I have a running course, I have a home workout course, I have a jump rope course, and now I have a new juicing course that has been added. So check it out. You can sign up for a 7-day free trial right now. So click the link down below to get started. And yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, hit the bell, bing, and I will talk to you next time. Cheers.